Tonight, it's the first meeting of the season between the Blue Jackets and the Montreal Canadiens. Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. I'm Dylan Tyrer. The Blue Jackets are feeling good coming into this game against Montreal off of a 5-4 overtime victory against the Philadelphia Flyers Tuesday night. Vladislav Gavrikov scored his second overtime winner of the season for the Blue Jackets, but more injuries in that game for the CBJ as well. So all things considered, a very hard-fought win for the Blue Jackets. And for more on that, we'll kick it over to Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Coming into tonight's game, the Blue Jackets have picked up 5 out of their last possible 6 points. Jody, they're back to finding a way to win.
Find a way to win, and I like that. 5 out of 6 points. A lot of positive energy around the Columbus Blue Jackets right now, probably because they've found their simplistic game. They've had to play that way. And when you see this team play hard on pucks, back-checking hard, working for each other, they've found success. So that needs to continue tonight against the Montreal Canadiens.
Well, they did play another game and had more injuries. In the last game, Jake Bean went out with an injury. Elvis Merzlikins goes out. That means more opportunity. Gavin Bayreuther jumps back in tonight. And with Jake Bean not being in there, Marcus Bjork is going to get a chance to run the top power play.
Yeah, and we talk about opportunity all the time. And for the Blue Jackets, the players in the locker room right now, they're ready to come out and just play this game. They can't feel sorry for themselves, and they don't feel sorry for themselves. The players just want to come out and give their best effort. And when you look at Bjork, an interesting player. He's big, right-handed shot defenseman. He's got no pause in his game, no hesitation. He's going to run that power play, like you said, and I like that. He was doing that in Cleveland at the time of recall, and he just seems to be a carefree guy who has something to prove every shift. That can actually be pretty infectious throughout the locker room. So good addition so far for him. A goal and an assist, 2 points in 2 games, so he wants to continue that tonight.
And sometimes when you lose a goaltender, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. However, with Elvis Merzlikins going out, Jonas Korpisalo is going to go back into the net as the starter, and he has been red hot as of late. Since coming off injured reserve, he's been very good.
You know what? Jonas Korpisalo is at that point in his career where he knows he can be that good goalie. He was out due to injury, and there was that unknown of getting back in and how he was going to feel. That's behind him, and you can see his fight in his game, his intensity, the way he attacks pucks, the way he's enjoying himself. I think his teammates feed off of that.
All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
Now, you just heard Bob and Jody talk about it. The Blue Jackets are at their best when they're playing simple, and no group does that better than the Blue Jackets' fourth line. Sean Corrali, Matthew Olivier, and Eric Robinson, and their head coach, Brad Larson, says that group of guys has to set the tone.
Yeah, it's infectious, right? You see how they score 2 goals for us, but it's not just the goals, it's just how they play, how they compete. They can play with pace. They're a quick line, they're a physical line, so they bring a lot to us.
Now, on the other side of things tonight, Marty St. Louis and his Montreal Canadiens come into this game against the Blue Jackets looking to get back into the win column. They fell at home to the New Jersey Devils by a final score of 5-1 on Tuesday night. Before that, they were playing great. They had won 3 consecutive games, and they're being led by their young guns. Nick Suzuki, their new captain, leads the team in points this season. He's also their goals leader with 10 on the year. Cole Caulfield, young American, is second on the club with 9 goals this season. Then a new member of the Montreal Canadiens, Kirby Dach, who they acquired on NHL Draft Day from the Chicago Blackhawks this past summer, third on the team in points, and he leads the club with 10 assists on the season. So those are the young players getting it done. It's a little bit different of a look for the Montreal Canadiens this year. Hard to play against a young team, a fast team, and a very skilled team. So Marty St. Louis has them moving in the right direction. So yet another good test for the Blue Jackets here tonight at Nationwide Arena. That'll do it for the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyrer saying enjoy the game.